15 Things You Didn't Know About Ralph Lauren. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another exciting original video presented by alux.com. Today we're revealing some interesting and surprising facts about Ralph Lauren, one of the most iconic American fashion labels that has made a major impact on the fashion industry. The Ralph Lauren Corporation was created in 1967 by Ralph Lauren in New York City. When Bloomingdale's New York agreed to sell Ralph Lauren's men's line exclusively in 1969, his brand took off. In 1971, he introduced a women's line of tailored shirts, and the Polo Player logo was seen for the first time. His first retail location was established in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive in 1971. The company went international for the first time when a Ralph Lauren store opened in London, England in 1981. Ralph Lauren became a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange in 1997, which raised $767 million for the company. The Polo Ralph Lauren Company now encompasses a number of brands, including Ralph Lauren Purple Label, Double RL, Polo Ralph Lauren Children, Lauren by Ralph Lauren, Lauren Home, and Chaps, and there's more than 450 Polo Ralph Lauren stores located around the world. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at alux. The Ralph Lauren brand embodies elegance, luxury, refined style, and class, and we're inspired by the impact this brand has had in the world of high-end fashion in its relatively short existence. So, let's take a closer look at this successful American company and its founder with the 15 things you didn't know about Ralph Lauren. Number 1. Ralph Lauren was born Ralph Reuben Lifshitz. Ralph's parents immigrated to the Bronx, New York City in 1939 from Belarus. Their family name was Lifshitz, and Ralph's full name was Ralph Reuben Lifshitz. With a name like Lifshitz, you can imagine Ralph and his brothers were teased a lot in school. This is one reason that Ralph's older brother decided to change his last name to Lauren while in high school, and Ralph decided to do the same. Number 2. The U.S. Polo Association can't use the word polo. When Ralph Lauren bought the name Polo from Norman Hilton in the early 70s, he made sure to trademark the brand name so strongly that the word polo could only be used by him in reference to his brand. That's why the U.S. Polo Association, the official organization pertaining to the sport of polo, isn't allowed to use the word polo on any of its merchandising. It's also forbidden to use figures of polo players, as it would be too similar to the polo player that has accompanied the polo brand for so many years. Ralph Lauren even shut down a magazine named Polo that was dedicated to the polo sport in 1999, but a court reversed that decision in 2001. Number 3. Ralph Lauren gained widespread recognition thanks to the 1974 film The Great Gatsby. Just 3 years after establishing his first store in Beverly Hills, Ralph Lauren was hired to handle the costuming for the Robert Redford film The Great Gatsby in 1974. Most of the male cast were outfitted with selections from his polo line, but the iconic pink suit that Redford wore as Jay Gatsby was designed especially for the part by Ralph Lauren himself. Number 4. Ralph Lauren bought Club Monaco for $52.2 million. In the late 1980s, Canadian brand Club Monaco started to grow into the higher echelons of fashion and become renowned for its affordable luxury lifestyle. In 1999, Club Monaco's success caught the eye of fashion magnate Ralph Lauren, and he decided to buy the Canadian brand for $52.2 million. It turned out to be a smart move, as Club Monaco has continued to grow in popularity and prestige, bringing a new lifestyle concept to the everyday American. Number 5. The Wimbledon logo was redesigned because of Ralph Lauren. In 2006, Ralph Lauren signed a contract with Wimbledon to redesign and dress all the participants, such as ball boys, court judges, etc. He was the first designer to take on this role officially, and the Wimbledon directives decided to redesign the logo to include the designer's name. Since then, Ralph Lauren has become known as the official Wimbledon shop. Many people believe that the partnership between the most prestigious tennis event in the world and perhaps the most elegant designer is a match made in heaven. Ralph Lauren has managed to perfectly portray the graceful elegance of tennis in every single one of its uniforms. Number 6. Ralph Lauren did not invent the polo shirt. Although the polo shirt became famous thanks to Ralph Lauren's Polo brand and the 17 different colored polo shirts with which he launched the brand, he did not invent the polo-style shirt. It was invented by professional tennis player René Lacoste in 1926. Tired of the stiff and inflexible materials with which tennis whites were made at the time, Lacoste invented a new loose-knit cotton shirt. He wore the shirt to the US Open in 1926, and by 1927, he was already placing a crocodile on his shirts as his own personal emblem. Number 7. Ralph Lauren owns 3 restaurants. Aside from being one of the most successful fashion designers in the world, Ralph Lauren has branched out into the restaurant business with the Polo Bar in New York, Ralph's in Paris, and RL in Chicago. These restaurants serve all different types of food and perfectly portray the essence of style, elegance, and luxury that the brand commands. When asked what his favorite thing on the menu was, Ralph Lauren stated he loved the warm corned beef sandwich from the Polo Bar menu. Number 8. Ralph Lauren started out as a tie vendor outside of Wall Street. Before becoming world famous, Ralph Lauren was a humble tie vendor, selling his fashion designs out of a drawer on Wall Street. He quickly became a favorite amongst his customers, who were mainly the employees of the surrounding financial companies, and business started booming. He later went on to sell many of his own designs in new colors and introduced the revolutionary wide tie to the market. Number 9. Ralph Lauren introduced the Polo Tech shirt at the 2014 US Open. The Polo Tech shirt is a black compression tee with a yellow polo player logo. Beneath the logo is a small device that fits against the ribcage and is connected to a network of silver-coated thread woven throughout the shirt that monitors the wearer's heart rate, breathing, and stress levels, and transmits that data in real time to a computer or phone app. The shirts were tested with the Ball Boys at the 2014 US Open and went on sale for $295 back in 2015. Number 10. Ralph Lauren owns a priceless car collection. Ralph Lauren owns one of the most prestigious and unique car collections in the world. With over 70 cars, this collection boasts some vehicles that are priceless and rare. For example, the Bugatti 57 SC Atlantics, worth $40 million and is the centerpiece of his collection. This Bugatti is one of only 4 ever made, as the whole body of the car was made by hand. Ralph Lauren has stated that for him, this collection isn't about cars, but about art. And he has some sentimental cars as well. The first car he ever owned was a British-made Morgan, but he was forced to sell it when he couldn't pay the repair bills. Later, he bought that same car back, and it now sits alongside luxury vehicles of just about every well-known brand. If you want to learn more about one of his favorites, click in the upper right-hand corner to check out our video of 15 things you didn't know about Bugatti. Number 11. Goldman Sachs bought 28% of Polo Ralph Lauren in 1994. Investment fund Goldman Sachs became the first outsider to gain a stake in Polo Ralph Lauren when they bought 28% of the company back in 1994 for $135 million. Prior to this investment, Ralph Lauren owned 90% of the company, and his business partner Peter Strom owned the other 10%. Number 12. He was the first designer to release a fragrance for men and a fragrance for women at the same time. In 1978, Ralph Lauren introduced his first fragrances exclusively through Bloomingdale's. Lauren was the first fragrance for women, and Polo was the men's cologne. This marked the first time that a designer released 2 fragrances, one for women and one for men, simultaneously. Number 13. Ralph Lauren is the exclusive official parade outfitter for the U.S. Olympic team. Ralph Lauren signed a contract to be the exclusive official parade outfitter for the U.S. Olympic teams from 2008 to 2020. This means that Ralph Lauren designs the official opening ceremony and closing ceremony parade outfits for the U.S. teams, and also offers an assortment of village wear apparel and accessories for the athletes. Number 14. Ralph Lauren donated $13 million to the Smithsonian to help preserve a historic flag. In 1998, Ralph Lauren contributed $13 million to help restore and preserve an American flag created in 1813 that was the inspiration to Francis Scott Key when he wrote the national anthem of the United States, the Star-Spangled Banner. His contribution was used not only for preservation efforts, but also to build a new hall for the flag to be displayed at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. Number 15. Lauren stepped down as CEO at the age of 75. Ralph Lauren stepped down as CEO in 2015 at the age of 75 and handed the reins over to new CEO Stefan Larsson, who had previously been an executive with Old Navy, but Lauren clashed with the new CEO over creative differences, and Larsson left the company 18 months later. Lauren definitely has trouble putting his baby, which is what he calls the company, in the hands of someone else, but he is going to try it again with the new CEO he hired in 2017, Patrice Louvet, who was previously an executive with Procter & Gamble. Lauren is still very hands-on as he works at the company 4 days a week, even at the age of 77, and he maintains complete control over the creative side of the company as the Chief Creative Officer and Executive Chairman. Now that you've learned more about Ralph Lauren, we'd like to know, do you think that the company will continue to be successful after Ralph Lauren is gone? Let us know what you think in the comments. Still here? Here's a bonus fact to thank you for sticking around. Although Ralph Lauren is fiercely protective of his polo trademark, there is one country where polo products can be sold without his permission. An independent South African company trademarked the polo name in South Africa before Ralph Lauren, so the polo brand in that country is not affiliated with the Ralph Lauren brand whatsoever. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.